What's going on, everybody? 2Bob29 back in the lounge yet again. Make sure to kick back, relax, and grab some snacks because today it is time for the long-awaited Prize Wall Evals. That is right. We have the King of Raw Premium Prize Wall evaluation, and we have the History of Raw Contest Prize Eval. Later on today, I will also be doing the MLC Prize Wall, sure, and then the month-long midweek champion Prize Wall Evals. So lots of Prize Walls going around, lots of evaluations to be had. I purposely waited once again to collect all of my currency before doing these evaluations so that I can show you exactly what it is that I am going for and why I'm going for it. I know a lot of you enjoy that type of content. So let's kick this one off without further ado. We're going to go ahead into the most recent event. That is going to be the King of Raw Premium Prize Wall, which is the King Gunther Weekend Prize Wall that we had. King General Gunther is indeed on the wall for 2,500 Prize Wall. There is also a 150% gem damage strap and one for not only King Gunther but Nia Jax as well, along with a 100% gem defense strap, both for King Gunther and Nia. So let's start out there. King Gunther, King General, very strong character. We went over him on the power rankings, which huge shout out to Rusty Graves for allowing me on the official Champions channel to do a power ranking of King General Gunther alongside him. I am very appreciative, was very appreciative, still am. So massive thank you to him there. Also wanted to just touch base on it. Gunther himself, very fun character, very strong character. I don't really know where I see him fitting on my own roster, so kind of an up in the air on that one, but I do like his gameplay. Probably a little bit different than a lot of people. I'm not really always strung out for I have to do 1 billion damage, and that's not really my go-to with every single character. So Gunther's fine for me. I look forward to using him as a defensive character with some protect gems. So definitely enjoying that. The 2,500, definitely a strong amount of prize wall. You need to spend for it big time. You probably need to be in a good faction to place for enough additional prize wall for that. And with having spent for him the entire week, the idea of chasing shards to then get a 6 gold poster at the end was not really something that I wanted to do. Doesn't mean that you can't. This is one of the very rare times I will say this is a fine purchase if you don't think that you're going to get him anywhere else. The reason that I don't want to spend that much is because I actually like this wall a whole lot. I'm not really huge on the dedicated 150s for either Gunther or Nia. And for those of you that have watched my evaluations in the past, I'm not really huge on the character-specific straps. But that being said, we finally get to see 100% defense straps back. So for me, I will most likely be getting this 100% King General strap for 100% defense because I don't have a Modern Showboat one for him just yet. And Nia also has a moment with some defense built in, so might be going the defensive route with Nia as well. Even though I don't have her on the account just yet, I will look into possibly preparing my account for getting her sometime in the near future. That being said, moving forward, they do have guaranteed 150% gem damage straps here, but you do have to roll the class and roll the era. Every era in the game outside of Hall of Fame and obviously Icons of WrestleMania promoters are available, and so are all 6 classes. So definitely a lot of RNG there. 150 is nice, and I can completely respect anyone that is going for some additional pick-me-ups on their account. I'm in a situation that I don't think that I really need 150s, let alone this bad where there's 600 a piece. If these were something like 300 a piece, maybe you could see me picking up some of these, but I'm not really sold on it for 600 a piece. That's a me thing, not a you thing. And again, completely understand if this is what you're trying to do, of trying to kind of juice up the rest of your roster. This is a completely understandable way to do it by picking up some 150s. I looked at my account, I think last month or so, and there's less than a dozen combinations of class and eras, which include, PG, reality, ruthless aggression, that I just don't have 100 strap for. It's like a 50 or a 60, or I just don't have a damage one at all. And if I really need that, then I might as well chase it on the month-long midweek to try and get something like a 40, 50, 60, or 100. I'm not going to be chasing those random ruthless aggression showboat, straps here, for example. So if I wanted some 150s, yeah, they'd be nice over 100. They'd be nice over a 130. Is it worth spending this much prize wall on? For me, no. For someone else, I completely understand it. Now, moving forward, we have a lot of skill plates here. The Piper's Power skill plate, I'm sure everyone knows, is a very strong skill plate. This, to me, is way too expensive of a price tag, though, for it. Especially when you consider that there's an Eyes of Judgment here for 960 and a Tiffy Time for 900. These are two huge skill plates in my book. Obviously, the Piper's Power is as well, but those have been available, whereas these two have not. So this is all completely up to your roster. Obviously, the Piper's Power helps a lot of people be offensive juggernauts, and the Eyes of Judgment is definitely great for defensive gameplay or characters that use countdown gems that you want to get to a second turn with. The Timeless style, I'm personally huge on, especially because I want to start using my DX Army Shawn Michaels again moving forward. So I definitely want to get another one of those. All this time that I've been playing the game at the level I've been playing at, I still only have one of them. So the idea of being able to pick up a second one there, definitely a huge win for me. The Unbreakable Crown is also 600. That's a crazy price tag to me when they've been relatively available. To make it the same cost as a 150% gem damage strap, I would not suggest getting one of those. The Buzzard's Beak, while it is good, is essentially just the green version of the Bubba Specs. I don't think that that is worth that much personally, but if you feel like you need to get one for Naomi or Ilya or Buzzard himself, then that's understandable too. The Nightmare Insignia, again, strong plate, has been around a long time. I don't like the price tag on it. Barber's Blades, not as strong, still very hefty price tag, not huge on that. The Down the Rabbit Hole is, again, an okay plate. Doesn't really help a lot of people. It helps out a couple. And it's not strong enough, even forget on its own, but even paired up with the Pig Boy plate to make it where you're going to use someone that you would not have used before. Like, this is not as strong as the Yeet plate, for example, for column breaks, which is strong enough to get column break characters that you would not use before and start using them now. There is the Titan Crest, which to me is always a solid pickup. It's 200% on Blast Gems every time that you generate Blast Gems. I think it's 8 of them. Yep. For 2 turns, so that's nice. King Seamus Crown, again, you probably have a bunch of these from playing Feud or Talent Up. You don't need them. The Mysterious Mask really only helps solo, and you probably already have half a dozen of those. The Dead Man's Sigil used to be a game changer way back when people would actually destroy the board for gem damage. And again, you probably already have close to a half dozen of these. None of them are really end of the world, to put it kindly. But they're nice little pickups, mainly the Sigil, definitely the Titan Crest. These guys kind of you can forget about. Metal Bits are nice, 1 million of them, finally. It's nice to see that it's not 10,000 or 25,000. So that's cool to pick up some Metal Bits. And Star Fragment cases, you get 2 of them. I really wish that these were the 375 Star Fragment drops instead of the 20 to 400. But this is mainly your cleanup crew section of stuff. So that's going to be it for the eval here on this one. Again, I myself really want to get a gem defense strap for the way that I want to run Gunther. I really like the look of another Tiffy plate as well. So let's start out with that. I will go ahead and get my 100% defense for King Gunther. Definitely been looking forward to getting that one. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up another Tiffy plate myself. So that will leave me with about 1,000 left over. And yeah, about 1,060 left over. So this is kind of where I came to the conclusion that I don't have enough to get more than one of these random gem damage straps. I don't really see a need of getting one of the character specific ones. I really was liking the look of getting 100% for Naya, especially because she has a moment. There's also the Eyes of Judgment, which might not be a horrible choice to pick up one of those. There's a little bit of cleanup crew section stuff down here, but I'm going to go ahead and check out my account and see how many Eyes of Judgment I have, and maybe that'll help me make a decision. So I'll be right back. Alright, yeah, we're back. So it was kind of like I thought. I actually have 2 Judgment Day plates, the Eyes of Judgment. I don't really think I'm going to need a third one anytime soon. They are nice to have for sure. I don't think I need an excessive one there, especially when I have one that's just not in use right now. I don't have enough for a Piper's Power. I wouldn't even get it if I did have enough. All these other skill plates are kind of nice, but nothing really kind of popping out at me. So I think I'm going to go a little bit above and beyond here, and I'm going to go ahead and prep for if and when I get the inevitable Queen Nia Jax. I'm going to get a 100% gem defense strap for her. So that's where that other set of 800 prize wall is going to go. I should have about 260 left. The metal bits are nice and all. I don't really think that I need that many with how much they've been flooding us with lately. I can't really afford anything above here. Another Titan's Crest would be nice too, but I don't really think I need one of those. I'm actually going to go ahead and do the same thing I did for the Judgment Day plate and check out how many Titan's Crests that I have before making a decision. So, 1 second. Alright, so I'm back. It turns out I actually have more Titan's Crest than I thought I did. I thought I was at about 2, maybe 3. Turns out I'm actually at around 5. So I don't think that I'm going to need a 6th one of those. The likelihood of me using that many people with Blast Gems seems quite unlikely. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm actually going to just pick up as many Star Fragment cases as I can and some metal bits here. That's where that's going to go. So we're going to pick up all 10 sets of Star Fragment cases, and bear with me, I guess, as I click through all of them, and some metal bits. Still haven't seen anything over 40, which is not ideal. There's 2 20s. That's unfortunate. Yeah, this is a prime example of why I really wish we got. So there's a 200, which is okay. This is exactly why I wish we got the cases with 375, because even hitting a 200, which seems good, is bad, and 100 there is again okay, but it's not as good as the 375s. Really wish these were 375s. It'd be a bigger difference for sure. So yeah, we hit 200 once and 100 once. Everything else was 20s or 40s. And we're just going to go ahead and pick up 4 million metal bits here. Metal bits are always in use, especially when you get new metals that you want to take up. The new upgrade feature, the instant upgrade feature, I should say, is a fantastic addition to the game. So those will get some use. But that's going to be it for the premium King of Raw prize wall there. That's everything that I got. The 200% defenses, went ahead with the timeless style, picked up all the star fragments and some metal bits. All right, now on to the popcorn. Hopefully you got your snacks, because this popcorn snack is gargantuan this time around. I don't want to talk about what it took for me to get here, but I got here. We have the History of Raw contest prize wall. Stone Cold gives the corporation a beer bath moment. We got a Yeet plate. We got a Valkyrie's crest, a Devil's Drip, a very low-cost Shades of Rains, and 500 General Gunther shards at the very top. So, obviously, as most of you know, I'm someone who kind of sells out for moments pretty huge. I will do just about anything that I can to pick up a moment for a character. In this case, this moment helps out about a handful of characters, actually, quite significantly, including the new revamped Striker Austin. So really looking forward to picking up this moment, and especially with what's happened in recent history with the moments. They can revamp a moment whenever they want, obviously. So being able to say that you have a moment and seeing how they might revamp it in the near future. I feel much better off being able to do that and making sure that I'm capable of playing every character to their max capacity. That is something that I will almost always do if it's possible. And I feel like moments enable that type of gameplay. So, and this is probably not going to be a popular opinion for a lot of you out there. For me, I would honestly tell you to take a moment over just about anything else that you can get your hands on. I know this wall has a lot of shards on it. You could probably recruit some characters that you've been chasing for a while. This moment, if it's on this wall, I really don't know. They have not been making moments very consistently available after their initial release, and because of that, it makes me, I guess, afraid that they're going to not be as available moving forward. Whereas shards for characters are always coming back. So if you're debating between getting the moment and, getting Tech Rock, or getting the moment, or getting Seth freaking Rollins, getting the moment, or getting OTC, these are characters that are very good and very strong CSS, but I will probably tell you that you should be getting the moment. Next up, you got the Yeet Plate. If you don't have one, you probably should get one. This Yeet Plate, especially with the Devil's Drip combination, makes just about anybody with column breaks pretty darn useful. They revamped Big Kev Nash. They revamped Macho Man, NWO, Randy Savage. They revamped X-Pac. All of these characters are fantastic with column breaks now. Raquel Rodriguez, another great combination for these two. There's a lot of characters out there that you're going to want these skill plates for. So, huge win if you can get, especially the Yeet, is always more expensive than the Devil's Drip. This is a great pickup, obviously the Devil's Drip as well. The Valkyrie's Crest, while I know that I have been very on these types of skill plates of, oh, it's just a green version of the Bubba Specs, it's just the yellow version of the Bubba Specs. The Valkyrie's Crest is a red version of the Bubba Specs. A lot of characters use red moves and red gems that can very heavily benefit from that, including powerhouse Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's just for me, for starters, where I would go with it. It doesn't mean that that's the only place that you can go with it. For example, Nikki Cross, I also know, uses red gems that make, or red moves that make multiply gems, and then tries to turn the board into red gems with skill plates. Like, there's a lot of workaround in regards to how many characters use red moves and red gems. Bark at the Moon Ozzy is another one that uses red moves, red gems. Even though he's a striker, not a powerhouse. There's a decent amount out there of top tier characters that use red moves, red gems. Vader Time Vader is another showboat, red moves, red gems. We were just talking about Seth freaking Rollins as a showboat, red moves, red gems. So there's a good chunk out there at the top that this will kind of solidify them remaining at the top for you. I think Bam Bam Striker, the $1 Million Corporation, uses red moves and black moves for red gems and multiply gems. Oblivion Live, red moves, red gems on color turns. Like, there's a lot. There's a lot. So this plate actually, to me, has some value compared to, oh, it's just another Bubba Specs. So definitely not a bad one. Certainly not one that you want to pass up on if it's available. If you have to choose between the Yeet and the Crest, I will obviously tell you take the Yeet plate over the Crest, because 500% is way more than 50%. And the amount of people that the Yeet makes good compared to the amount of people that the Valkyrie's Crest keeps relevant it's a big difference maker, right? You can make some characters that were not good into great with a Yeet. You can make some characters that are already really good into great with a Crest. So the amount of people that you can scale up higher, definitely it sides with the Yeet. The Devil's Drip, like I was talking about before, it's the return of the drip plate. Column break gems make 7 random multis into strength 7. That definitely combos perfectly with the Yeet. Huge win for a lot of column break characters there. The Shades of Reigns is a relatively low cost one, but these have been a little bit available in the past. 7 or more cross breaks increases, and note, all of your gem and move damage by 100%. If you've seen my Seth Rollins Leonardo gameplay before, you'll know that this plate actually works fairly well with his move damage set because you're actually triggering however many cross breaks you need. I think he makes a 3x3 area, which is 9, and you only need 7. You're triggering how many you need there, and you're picking up a lot of move damage. And then we get into a lot of characters. So King General Gunther, as you can see, I have not used this to recruit him with shards. I did not want to commit this much popcorn compared to however much great stuff there is on this wall for some shards here. It doesn't seem worth it. A lot of great characters here, man. Seth freaking Rollins, solid showboat, fantastic trainer. OTC, one of the best in the game at striker male as a fighter for sure. Tech Rock is still pretty good with his sub and the move damage and has a great trainer as well. Again, most of these guys are going to be CSS, if anything. For me, I find it really funny that the S plus tier Solo Sikoa is so much cheaper than these guys. I think that goes to show that he's not as great as they thought he was, and they're recognizing the value there. Bionic Redneck Austin definitely got a rebirth with both the moment and the skill plate here, so I can see him being a decent price as well. Buzzard shards, solid for sure. Buzzard, if you've seen, again, any of my videos in the past, you know that I'm working on leveling him up slowly but surely because I enjoy his type of gameplay. He was actually my technician talent up for day 7. So I can see the shards here. I don't think I would suggest getting Buzzard shards, though, if you could get any of those skill plates above or any of these characters. CM Punk, again, I would not suggest. Bronson Reed, I would definitely not suggest, regardless of the fact that he's been essentially unavailable. So some really good shard recruits and amounts there. Then we get to straps. These are the guaranteed 100, 130, 150. So these are actually good straps that you can get. So I like these a lot, these high gem damage straps. There's also a brand new addition, high move damage straps, so 100, 130, 150. Again, though, you have to roll the class, you have to roll the era. There's no Hall of Fame, there's no promoter, obviously. Not really huge on needing to roll that much RNG to maybe get 150 for Rabbit Rowan and Zombie Bait. Like, it's just too much RNG to try and go for that. It's definitely possible, and if you hit it, congratulations to you, and best of luck if you are someone out there listening to this and going to decide to roll your luck on these, but not something I will do. Then they have, instead of a class, they just give you the raw tag link. It's 100% gem damage, but you still have to roll a class. So it's not going to just be all of Monday Night Raw Superstars. It's going to be Monday Night Raw Technicians or Monday Night Raw Powerhouses. And then they have a gem and move damage strap for those guys. So definitely not something that I would suggest to get. It seems okay, and maybe it helps now, but there's always a change up in those links based on what's actually happening on the real product. Some people go to SmackDown, some people retire, some people get injured. You don't really want to be banking on making sure that you get lucky on a Raw Trickster for this person and then it changes. You would hate that. Attitude Eras, again, same thing. You have to roll the class, but it's guaranteed 100% gem or move. I would rather take one of these in that sense because it is a guarantee. It's an Attitude Era, but I'm not really sold on needing one of those particularly for myself. I could completely see it if you need it. I would also tell you that these are available on the month-long midweek prize wall, so don't go for the gem damage. The move damage, however, different story if you find someone that you like move damage with. We also got a couple more skill plates down here. You'll notice the Bubba specs that we keep talking about all of a sudden shows up. And yeah, again, I get it. The Valkyrie's Crest is 3 times the price. I'm not really huge on the price tag on the crest compared to the Bubba specs, but I can see the viability of it in today's day and age of the game that, yeah, I'm probably going to be leaning towards getting one. If you don't have a Bubba specs already, it does still help out Tusos, does still help out Big Papa Pump, does still help out a Julius Creed if you don't have a Tama chest plate. So it's still useful, has a nice use case, but not the end of the world. Seal of the Acolytes, definitely a solid addition for some boss battle damage if you're trying to pick up some post-submission board blow-up. So it's good for that. Not really great for much else, in my opinion. And then we get down to even more shards of characters. So Julius Creed, for as cheap as he is, again, if you have a Tama chest, can be one of your go-to technicians. That's a great pickup. Undertaker, Ministry of Darkness, Showboat, especially with his triple purple moveset. He's not the move damage king that he once was, but he still gets the job done fantastically as a gem damage guy. And with the new moment, even stronger. So huge win there for those that don't have him. Memrock, you got Razor the Final Testament, Gunther, and Trick Hogan, NWO. These guys are definitely on the lower end. You probably have Razor from your 6-star gold monthly pulls by now. Memrock isn't bad, but isn't as game-changing as most of the zombie coaches that we got. So if you need him, sure, he can be a decent CSS, but not that needed. Gunther, mainly a CSS. He's an okay trainer for purple gem damage and purple MP. So that's kind of where his value lies, but not much outside of that. And then Hogan, fantastic coach, fun new gameplay with the revamp on the moment. Nothing fast, nothing that's going to be like, oh, I'm going to click 2 buttons and win. But he could beat anybody in the game now post revamp, so that's really fun to witness. And then you have your I'm going to call them the feud straps. They're the 40 to 150, 40, 60, 100, 150. And you got, again, all the classes, all the eras outside of Hall of Fame and Promoter. These are the same ones that you get for up to 200 or 300 million war score on the Flash Feud weekend. They're nice for as cheap as they are. I don't think that they are worth going out of your way to pick up a bunch of them. That's just me. And then you got your cleanup crew section. Got another million metal bits. You got 25,000 strap parts. Those are nice. You got your star fragment cases. Yet again, same thing that I said earlier. Really wish they were the 375, not the range of them. You got some Showboat token bundles because Gunther is a Showboat, so they put up the Showboats there and the coins. So that's it. And boy, that was a mouthful because there was a lot on this wall. But finally, after all this time, and what I've been waiting to finally do this whole time, is click this moment, click purchase, and finally I can have this moment on my account. So very thrilled to be able to do just that. I'm personally down, left to about 80,000 left. I cannot see me letting a Yeet plate go by if I can get one without getting one. So I'm definitely going to get another one of these Yeet plates. Now the question is, do I get a Yeet without a drip? Or do I get the drip with the Yeet and have 3 combos of them? I will not be doing that. The Valkyrie's Crest for me is the way to go. I think that it's definitely overpriced for sure when you compare it to the Bubba Specs. Bubba Specs is 12K. The Crest is 36K, so it's literally 3 times as expensive. But not having one versus having one, I will definitely go ahead and take one. Compared to now this is my 3rd Yeet. I only have 2 Devil's Drips. I don't want to necessarily skip out on my 1st Crest for my 3rd Devil's Drip. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Crest here for 36K as well. So that's 2 new things for me and another Yeet, which will help me in the long run. I have 7,500 left over, so none of these things are bothersome to me, and I can't afford any of them anyway, even if I wanted to. So I'm going to skip out on the shards, and we're already in the cleanup crew section of things. The idea of trying to chase a 150 down here seems so far-fetched. It doesn't seem like it's going to go very well. Strap parts, thankfully, I'm okay with. Metal bits, as you saw before, thankfully, I'm okay with. Showboat tokens, they're nice, not something that I'm stressed out over. Star fragment cases, if they were the 375s, I would be inclined, but because they're the 20 to 400s, not really thrilled. And the coins, I can only get 10 million of them. So even though I'm not really pressed to getting these, I think I will probably take a chance at rolling the dice here and trying to pick up a couple of 150% straps. I will be lucky if I even get one. I do not expect to get one, but we will check out just in case if we get one. So let's go ahead and roll the 3 that we got. We got a Modern Acrobat, so that would be nice if we got a 150 on it. We got a New Gen Acrobat. That's okay if we get a 150 on it. I'm not really bothered by that. The only New Gen Acro that I would really want would be Snoop for that strap. And we managed to get a New Gen Trickster as well. And we have 31 popcorn left. So that's going to be it for both of the Prize Wall Evals. Make sure to stay tuned later on today. I will be going through the month-long midweek champion prize wall very shortly here. But before we call it quits on this one, let's go ahead and do like I just mentioned. Let's check out these straps that we just picked up. So we got the Modern Acro, 40%, like I figured. We got the New Gen Acros, 100%. That's okay. And the New Gen Trickster is a 60%er. So nothing really game-changing there for me. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world. So that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like it. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. I am slowly approaching the 500 subscriber mark. And each and every last one of you clicking that button really does make that dream come into a reality. So I'm hopeful that we can reach that milestone marker very, very soon. Make sure to share with your friends because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are continually asking, what should I get off the prize wall? Who should I get off the prize wall? If I have this much prize wall, what should I get? Do I get this guy or that guy? Hopefully this video helps guide people along the way, which is kind of the goal of this entire thing, that it's not just a simple, this is what I'm doing, have a good one. It's trying to help teach these people. That's why I'm evaluating these prize walls instead of just reading off what's on the prize wall. So hopefully people can actually learn some type of things from this video. And make sure to leave some comments below. What did you get? Do you think that you got enough prize wall? Did you want to get more prize wall? Did you get anything crazy? Did you roll into a 150 by chance and get lucky? Let me know your thoughts below in the comments section. And until next time, everybody, have a good one.